They told me you need real tubes to get real tone. Expensive heads, massive cabs, the whole thing. But what if I told you there's a plug-in bundle that can give you 3 iconic amp tones? This is the AmpKnob BDM bundle by Bogren Digital. Real tone, no bullshit. Real Wolfhard, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to dive into something brutal, something elegant, something digital. The BDM bundle by Bogren Digital. And no, I'm not gonna go through every single option that you can do with this bundle. I just want to show how easy it is to get good not just good tones, to get production ready, perfect sounding guitar tones just by opening up that plugin. What is the BDM bundle anyway? The BDM bundle basically is 3 amp sims of 3 different Marshall amps. You have the Badboy, which is a JCM 800. And it's not just any JCM 800, it's the one that's owned by Euge Vallovierte. If you don't know Euge Vallovierte, check him out. He also has a YouTube channel and is an extraordinary guitarist as well as producer. The JCM 800 Badboy that Euge Vallovierte owns is basically the JCM 800 that everybody wants. As you might know, every JCM 800, especially back from the 80s, sounds a little bit different. And the Badboy is just the perfect JCM 800. It has this vintage Marshall sound, but it has that modern edge to it. Sounds tight, punchy, aggressive, and yet warm. It totally reminds me of that John Sykes Marshall tone. Then we have the BDM 75. This is basically a plexi model, but it's also heavily modified plexi. Think a little bit more vintage sound, a little bit more crunchy, a little bit more openness to that sound. Actually, the 75 is my favorite plugin of the 3 because it's just so raw and it doesn't have that modernness, and it's not as easy to play as the other 2, but it just has so much character. I really love it. And then we have the 410 JVH, which is basically your modern Marshall. It's a perfect all-rounder. You can get glass clear cleans, you can have that AC/DC crunch sound, and you have, that full modern tightness and extreme metal beast in that one single plugin actually. So if you only want to go for one plugin, you can also do that. I would do this one because it's just the perfect all-rounder. Each and every single one of these plugins has a noise gate built in. You can change the IRs and use your own IRs if you want to. And they're very intuitive and simple to use. Basically, it's plug and play. But enough talking, let's go through some tones. Let me start with clean, then let's go to crunch, and then a little bit of high gain lead tones. So here's the thing, I've used plugins, campers, and stuff like that for at least 10 years now. No, actually that's not true. It's been way longer than that, because I can remember I started with the Vox Tone Lab back in 2006. So that was a fully digital modeler. And I kept going back to the analog stuff. And I still love my old tube amps back there. But I find that we've just reached a point in technology where the software plugins have become so good that they're actually indistinguishable from the real thing, in my opinion, at least for me. If you have a good computer, you will have practically no issues with latency. And if that is the case, you know, you can just go ahead and use these plugins. Bogren Digital, for me, is the spearhead when it comes to drum sounds, bass sounds, and guitar sounds. The BDM bundle and the amps by Bogren Digital in general are so easy to use, simple, intuitive, plug and play. You can record these sounds. You don't need to do any EQing or anything. You can just send it to your producer, to your bandmates. You can do live shows with this sound. It's absolutely no problem. So which one of the bundle would you use the most? Did you enjoy the 75, the 410, or the Badboy the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you want more content like this, please let me know in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next one.